Hey everyone, welcome to Local Living. I'm Anna Christina. We're kicking things off with a very important topic, which is being around your families for the holidays, warning signs and things to look for as, aging occurs. It's inevitable. And so we're sitting down with Dr. Thakur. He is the founder of Lotus Health, and you're also one of the official doctors that come to visit at the Claiborne at Westlake, which you guys are familiar with now. We've been talking about the Claiborne at Westlake. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So I really feel, first of all, I want to break down a little bit about your background and who you are and what you do. You specialize in senior care.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I am board certified in internal medicine. My focus has really just been acute inpatient care for 17 years, and within the last few years started seeing patients after hospital care, like places here where there are elderly folks that might need attention.
And why is that important?
As you get older, you need more care typically.
Personalized care.
Absolutely. And so everybody's different. Folks have individual needs, and oftentimes you get into a situation where they're not able to actually get to their physician's office
Right.
in a routine manner, an efficient manner, and so sometimes there are issues that fester.
Right.
By the time they get to the place where they need the attention, it may be too late.
Right, and that's the beauty of what he does. Again, the convenience of that is being able to be on location and come to the patients, and as they age, it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to come to you. I think that you pride yourself on quality care and personalizing that care for each individual. As you mentioned, every patient is different, and you said something I read, which I think is absolutely amazing. You're trying to move away from fixing problems, and you want to move towards preventing them.
Absolutely.
Why is that important?
Fixing is not as good as preventing. You don't want a problem to deal with.
Right.
And so there's a lot of things that happen that if we catch them early enough, we can prevent complications downstream.
Absolutely.
Oftentimes there are symptoms that are predecessors to bigger issues that just don't ever need to happen if you catch them.
When you want to be proactive, and I think one of the most important things as family members, we could be a part of that for the elders in our family.
100%.
And so during this time, during the holidays, we're going to be spending a lot more time with our family members. And so what are some of the signs that we need to be aware of?
Well, so for people to have long, healthy lives, they have to eat, they have to move around. So if you, it's a great time to spend time with your elders and appreciate them, but if you notice that they're eating less, if they're not hydrating as well, if they are not as mobile as you remember them, if you notice them being slower in getting up and mobilizing than they used to be, these are all potential things that are happening because there's something going on.
Right.
So it's worth exploring, and for an untrained person, just identifying those issues may be enough, and then getting them to their healthcare practitioner.
Well, it's really just about being aware. I think that the role that you have is extremely important, and people may not even realize how important they can be in a part of that whole role that they're playing. And so one of the cool things about what you do is that you partner with the Claiborne at Westlake, and so you're able to provide your services again here to the patients. What is the best part about what you do?
So I think one big value I think I bring is that I'm also very intimately involved as the director of the inpatient program at Doctors Hospital. So while we want to avoid people getting to the point where they need more aggressive acute care, in the event that we need something like that, it's very easy for me to get folks to where they need to be in the hospital, get things sorted out and brought back. And ultimately, try to do as much as here, because you'd rather avoid a higher level of care.
Well, and you can get more information by going to the link on the screen for those next steps. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to sit down with Jeremy to talk about that, because that is important. The conversation starters, how do you start them? What does that look like? We'll be right back with more on Local Living.